everyone, this is Annie and that's Jennifer, and we're visiting our friend Blue here. And today we're visiting the San Diego House Rabbit Society. Welcome to Animal Bond Academy. Yay!
Hi, my name is Jennifer Lee, and I am the Executive Director for San Diego House Rabbit Society. So San Diego House Rabbit Society has been around since 1992. It finally incorporated in 2005 and got our 501c3 in 2007. I've been here around 9 years, I think it is, and I recently I started off as a volunteer adoption counselor and kind of graduated to financial advisor and then chapter manager, and then San Diego House Rabbit Society was finally able to bring me on as an executive director last year. Our goals here today, first of all, is during COVID and RHGV2 is to stay open for these rabbits, but also really spread the word in the community about our rescued rabbits, domesticated rabbits who are very much a part of our families, and bringing and rescuing those rabbits that would otherwise be at risk at shelters. We average about 200 and 250 rabbits a year. Adopt out, we receive about 300 rabbits a year. Normally what we do is an application process which is still in place, but we also send our potential adopters to our class, and which has been renamed to House Rabbit Fundamentals from Bunny 101. And then they go through a meeting with an adoption counselor who will then mutually vet out the application and the process. Now, usually they come into the shelter and they get to meet rabbits. Because of what's going on today, we have moved everything virtually. So all of our classes are on Zoom. Our counselors meet with our potential adopters on Zoom as well, and they have to take a quiz after the class, and then they have to, the quiz and the class is then reviewed again by the adoption counselor. Currently, we are only doing single adoptions. We have not resumed the bonding appointments yet because that has to be hands-on. So it just depends on the experience of the potential adopter as well. So I firmly believe that rabbits usually need a friend. Now, not every rabbit wants a friend, so that's where we have to gauge their personalities and how they are in the home. Some rabbits are bonded to their humans, and that's perfectly all right too. A friend means either a human or another rabbit. The bonding process is not easy, and we do tell people that you have to be able to dedicate time every day for the bonding process and as much time as that rabbit needs. So think about it this way, we call it bunny speed dating. So here in the shelter, when we are able to let people in, we introduce different rabbits to their rabbits, and that their rabbit will tell us, as well as our rabbit will tell us, that they want to continue meeting with each other. We usually try to do a series of appointments before we allow the rabbit to go home, simply because we want to make sure the human is ready for the bonding process, as well as the rabbits are really getting along. Rabbits are territorial, so you throw a rabbit in that's unknown. You don't know whether that rabbit has already developed protectiveness in that area too, or especially for themselves. So we want to try to make this a pleasant experience for the rabbit, and we throw a random rabbit in without supervision especially. The bonding experience can be very traumatic for that rabbit, and that rabbit may not want to revisit that experience again if we make it traumatic. So when we talk about bonding, it means it could start off at 2 minutes and you always end on a good note, right? So that way your rabbit believes that this is a positive experience. So you just have to kind of reinforce positive experiences to both rabbits. One of the things that I've noticed when I'm on social media is that a lot of people are trying to find healthy pellets, healthy items, healthy enrichment toys for their rabbits. What I am encouraging people to do is to, especially during these times, is to look at their local rescue groups whether it's local or not local, it's House Rabbit Society, wherever they are, and see if they have an online store. So this is our retail store. Usually we are open to the public, brick and mortar, but as you can probably tell, or our customers will tell, we have revamped it to adapt to what happened during the stay-at-home order. So now it looks more like a warehouse than it does a retail store. We quickly had to adapt and go online. So now our whole store is online right now. And through COVID, what we do is, so you can see everything here and over here is part of our store, so that we practice what we preach for our adopters, right? So as you'll see back there in the the shelter, our rabbits live in a 4x4 pen, which is the minimum living space that we want our rabbits to live in. Inside those pens are what you're gonna see here in this store too. So rabbits can be litter box trained. And so we sell the litter boxes that we actually use inside the shelter. We have the crock bowls, and then which is what we use for the water, the greens, and the pellets. We provide here the different types of healthy pellets that have been researched by our national groups and or here down in San Diego. And we also pack our own hay boxes. So we sell 8-pound hay boxes of mixed hay, or Timothy only, or orchard only, or alfalfa only hay to our clients as well. All of our hay sales go to our medical fund. For our rabbits, our medical bills can rack up to about $75,000 to $80,000 a year. So it's really, really important for us to maintain those sales so that we can continue helping these rabbits. For a rabbit, hay is essential to their diet. They need unlimited hay all the time and every time. Rabbits are grazers, so they eat and poop, eat and poop, eat and poop. Because with their purchases, they support small rescues to keep them open and doing what we do, which is education about our domestic rabbit partners in the community. So you'll also see a lot of these types of boxes. So we're getting ready for our Bunny Fest. So we've gotten a lot of donations. And so we're just in the process of taking inventory so we can figure out what we're gonna put in our silent auction. So the rabbits that you see here on the peripheral are Tofu and Baconetta. They're in the large cage in the front. And then you've got Boysenberry to the left. Kokomo, Joe, and Ivy to the straight ahead. Those two white bunnies over there. And then Licorice all the way in the front. So he's the black Rex. So these rabbits are up for adoption. They have been here for a while. Boysenberry is a little sassy girl, so it takes an experienced home to have her. Tofu and Baconetta are also will take an experienced home, because Baconetta, she had been accidentally stepped on by her previous owner, and so her leg is a little out of sorts, so she's got a pin in there. So a lot of people are intimidated by that, but she is a wonderful rabbit who's very protective of her man. And whenever we come in, she just kind of eyeballs us to go, hey, don't come near him. And then you got Licorice over there in the front in pen 24, and he is an older rabbit of 9 or 10 years old who was relinquished back to us because the owner couldn't take care of him anymore. We have a volunteer, Yuki Nakamura, and she does a fantastic job with her artwork. So you can see it around the shelter. You saw that on the whiteboard about washing hands. And this is about low cost and spay and neuter for pet rabbits. She also did our grocery bag too. It is very important to spay and neuter your pets. You can see from her wonderful artwork that rabbits multiply like rabbits. So Not only do they multiply like rabbits, they can have babies every 28 days. So it's quite intimidating when that happens, right? They also, to spay, you prevent them from getting cancer as well. But it also comes with the perks of their litter box habits do improve, and their behavior towards other people improve as well. They're less aggressive.
Well, thanks everybody. That's it for us. Thank you so much to Jennifer and all of the rabbits and the volunteers and employees of the San Diego House Rabbit Society for all the great work that they're doing. We'll see you next time on Animal Bond Academy. Bye! Looking for new ways to engage your students in humane education and the human-animal bond? Get Curriculum in Action, Multiculturalism and the Human-Animal Connection at animalbondstudies.org or cognella.com.